Hi everybody, it's Brian from brianscrazytalk.com. This time I thought I'd give a quick walk around of my 1996 Honda Nighthawk 750. This bike appears in several of my gear reviews as well as all my ride videos. This is a great all-purpose or do-it-all motorcycle. Honda stopped producing this motorcycle, or I should say selling this motorcycle in the United States in 2003. And it's a real shame because this bike is a true all-purpose bike. Can be rigged for light touring, can hustle through some twisty roads, backcountry cruising. It's just a fine all-around motorcycle. Great bike to start out on if you have just a little bit of experience. It's a little bit of a heavy bike, but it is easy to manage. I find it to be a very easy bike to ride. And as with most motorcycle riders, I could not leave well enough alone. I bought the motorcycle about 2 months ago, and I've made a number of upgrades and changes to it. I'd like to just walk around and show you what I've done. Starting from the front, first thing I did when I purchased the bike was I ordered these P3 LEDs. These are actually the Photon Blaster LEDs. They're from the same company, and they are the subject of my first motorcycle gear review that appears on YouTube, on my channel, and on my website, brianscrazytalk.com. These lights add a lot of conspicuity to the front of the motorcycle, so oncoming drivers have a better chance of seeing me, and I really like the way they work. Moving up, I added this Givi A660 windscreen, provide a little bit more wind protection. This is working out really well, and I think it really does complement the looks of the Nighthawk. Fits very well. It's adjustable for height and rake, and really does block the wind. It keeps the wind up off my chest. Still hits me in the helmet a little bit, but no problem at all. It works really well. Coming around to the controls, as you see, I replaced the mirrors. These are not the stock mirrors. These are MGO universal motorcycle mirrors. I replaced these about 2 weeks ago. The stock mirrors just did not give me the visibility to the rear of the bike that I had liked. I tended to see more of my shoulders. It's kind of a common problem with motorcycle mirrors, so I went for these aftermarket mirrors to extend the reach a little bit, and now I can see very clearly way behind the motorcycle. I have a much better view of traffic behind the motorcycle. It's I definitely recommend it if rearward visibility is important to you. I know a lot of riders prefer to go with the smallest mirrors possible or to shave them off completely, but in this case for me, function won out over form. I would rather be able to see to the back of my bike than just, you know, look really cool with those little bar end mirrors that so many riders like. I also replaced the clutch lever and the brake lever. These are Kymco wide style levers, they're called. They're quite a bit wider than the stock levers up here, so they provide a much firmer, much better grip. I've had these on just for a couple of days. Had a riding buddy of mine help me install those, and so far they are working out great. Also up front, I went ahead and fashioned this camera mount out of some PVC pipe and some bolts and some pipe clamps, all purchased at Home Depot or Lowe's for about $7. Put it together using some instructions I found on the web, so I can't really take credit for the design, but it works beautifully. It's easy to take on and off, and it does mount the camera in a very stable fashion, so the camera does not bounce around. All my ride videos were filmed with the camera mounted to this mount, and I think the output of the ride videos speaks for itself. I think they came out really good, and the camera mount works great. All right, moving to the back of the bike, I went ahead and just installed this Saddlemen tail bag just to give me some extra carrying capacity. This tail bag, as you see, I have mounted in front of the sissy bar, even though I still have the open luggage rack in the back. Just wasn't as good a fit on the back behind the sissy bar. It made it a little bit harder to get to the flap to open it when I had it turned around behind the sissy bar, and it was bumping into the back of my backrest here. Coming down to the back, you can see my rear LEDs. These are the P3 lights, the running light / brake lights that also function as hazard flashers, emergency flashers. I also reviewed these in my first gear review. You can view that on YouTube on my channel or read a detailed review on my website. These lights have been working terrific. I get nothing but great compliments from other riders that see them, and even some drivers have commented on how bright they are. So they seem to be doing their job. And there you have it. Quick review of my Honda Nighthawk. It's a great all-purpose motorcycle. Have it rigged for light touring. Works great to just take out on a backcountry road. Nice 45, 50 mile per hour cruiser. Great on the highway. Very stable. Just a great all-purpose bike. A real shame, in my opinion, that Honda stopped selling these in the U.S. back in 2003. I think there are quite a few riders that would do well on a bike like this. So there you have it, my 1996 Honda Nighthawk 750.